I'm visiting my friend Valeria in her gorgeous house, and I wanted to show you some of her work, plus some autumn pictures, which is she gonna change soon because it's Christmas soon. And let's start from these dimensions gold. If you remember last time I was showing you she just started this design called African Lions, and I think she is halfway through. She said it's very easy design because very little backstitch and big area you stitch with just half stitch or with crosses. Especially, as I always said, earlier designs from dimensions, they're much easier to stitch. And she enjoyed. Last time I was here 6 months ago, I asked her why so slow, why are you stitching so slow, because she was stitching for her other friend pillow from Riolis. That's why she's little bit delay. Just took a picture. Her next project is Angel of Christmas. This is design early as well dimensions, but compared to lines it's difficult because of the size of the chart. It's very small and lots of details here. You can get a chart without kit in dimensions or DMC and anchor threads. This is her progress, and she's gonna change lines to this design because it's winter now and you have more motivation to stitch it. Again, you can get it as a chart. I don't have this kit, but oops, sorry, something fell. Yeah, I don't have this chart, but I really love this design, and I think I'm gonna stitch it if I will have time. I need to stitch my stuff first, and yeah, very nice. I like the result of her small piece. Here, her other part of the cross stitch room, and she have her kids here. This is another autumn design from Mereshka. Very little one, I did not even know that it is Mereshka. Very pretty. And she stitched on linen. I think it's 32nd count, or maybe it's even weave. Nice blend, actually. I like it. As you can see, we have foggy day in Kiev. Very gray. The weather is not wow, but I like days like this. It's best for cross stitching. I'm in the living room now. I like Valeria's plants. They're all green and she keeps them very nicely. We just replace this picture for another one because we just want to take better cover photo for my video. This is Russian design called Chudesnaya Igla, or Wonderful Needle. And yeah, this design I like so much because I did not see it often. Actually, I think it's my first time I see this design. And she replaced Ada here. Sorry for the glare, but don't know how else to make it. I love sunflowers, and this bouquet is great for every room. Gives you special mood. It's autumn now. And now we move into this side. So here, pomegranates. I think you've seen it last time. Just kept it for the autumn theme. And this is RTO 18 count of Ada. Also great design. To be honest, I was sitting on a couch. I did not know it was a cross stitch. I thought it was some painting, and I was surprised it was a picture of cross stitch. And here her design which she kept from summertime. Let us go to the couch and I will show you her latest finish. Actually, I thought this design was the oldest, the hardest from Dimensions, Gold Petites. Someone told me, or I've heard it, or I've read it somewhere, and I did not really like this design. It was not like top of my designs from Dimensions, but I bought it just to be sure it's the hardest, and I thought it will be my challenge. Actually, Valeria told me it's not the hardest. She has another one which she spent more time and it was more complicated. I think it's Cafe by the Sea. Not sure if I'm right, but I think it is. And this design she's gonna frame soon. As you can see, this was kit made in United States, and some threads they run. And she said she's not gonna wash it again. She just will add frame or mat, and that will be it. Her other designs she purchased for the past 6 months, I'm gonna show you as well. They're mostly Dimensions, but some of them Bozilla and another company. So this one is very common, Nighttime Santa. I like this design. I bought it when I was living in New York. Garden Lady, it's kind of new design. I think it's a year or year and a half. This design was the cheapest one from Dimensions Gold, and it started disappearing. So if you wanna have it, you better buy it now, because sometimes Dimensions also they taken out from production and it's hard to buy it. Tired View. She also struggled to buy this design, but eventually she found for good price. Next design is Christmas Wishes. This design I have it as well, and I wanted to stitch this year, but I changed my mind. I will stitch Present from my friend first, and maybe this one will be next. Actually, when I just came to eBay, to YouTube 2015, everyone was stitching this design, and that's why I did not buy it right away, because people complain about her face was too dark, and you can replace threads. You can add lighter threads, just make a blend or replace the whole color with another thread. But I think I'm gonna leave it as it is, because Dimensions still great company, and I know while you stitching it might look very, very dark, but then in the whole picture it won't look as dark as you would think at the first time. Yeah, so this design also hard to find now. Well, actually in Ukraine, maybe it's easier to buy it somewhere else, but she is pricey now. And these two designs she got as a gift, leftovers from her friend. This design I stitch. It's the same friend who gave to me this design. Gave it to her chart and some threads left. There will be enough to stitch. Maybe she will add more, because she has lots of threads as well from previous finishes. And now you're gonna see Bozilla. So this is a pair design from Heirloom collection, and it's also difficult to find because here you use special threads dyed for the company, and both of them, they're looking amazing. Spring floral and fall floral. I don't think they have the whole series of flowers, but I see people stitching them usually together. And yes, she is mega happy, because it was her biggest dream. Now she said my list of my dreams is very short, and she's a little bit sad about it, but she's scared to start them because it's her dream. Now she needs to get used to the fact she has it. And she owns this gorgeous kits. Okay, next was Dimensions. This is garden fan, which is also hard to find right now. She was hunting for some time, and eventually she was lucky to buy it on eBay. And I love this design for unusual shape and for the hummingbirds, of course. Also, when I found out that design was out of print, I bought it very, very quickly on eBay. Yep. This is, I think, 18 count of Ada. The most difficult part here is a cording over the fan. As you can see, you have to make it very straight and neat. I might well stitch it on some even weave or linen, because it's much easier to add specialty stitches, and maybe it will be easier for me to stitch as well. So next design is Winter Harsh, and this design is so heavy because it has lots of threads. I think the amount of half stitches with 5 and 4 and 6 strands of threads made this kit very, very heavy. And lots of people, when they see this design, they say we hear how quiet it is, if you can say that. But yeah, this design I also have in my collection. Next is Serenity Garden, and I have it in Chinese cover, but she have it from kit from America, and it's 18 count of Ada, ivory Ada. Very, very nice design. Reminds me of Lena Liu, but it's not Lena Liu, it's by Edward Tediello. Yep, very nice. Next is Butsila, also purchased from eBay. She is not sure if she will stitch all the names to make it as a real tree, but maybe she will add some poem on the side. Why not, if you don't want to make it tree? And very, very pretty charms as well. Yeah, not often you will see this design, but it will be interesting to see it stitched. So this is Ariste company. I see always selling on in Hobby Lobby, and they have quite a variety of designs. Anyway, this design is stitched, looks gorgeous, and I'm sure about it because the chart itself very complicated. Looks like way too many backstitch, as you can see here on the side. But Valeria saw it stitched and she liked it. The organizer reminds me a lot of Dimensions. Again, even chart kinda looks similar, but very sad that you don't see anything under the line. Maybe they have chart without backstitch, I don't know. I never see this kit open, but how would you stitch if you don't see what is underlined? I hope they have chart without as well, backstitch. And this design was another reprint, flowers of doorknob, and you have here printed fabric, which is actually rare for Dimensions, but this is what it is. And the last purchase was Winter Geese, which I dream about this design to stitch. I have it, and now I just need to stitch. Very pretty design, and it was such a rare. Years ago, people could not find it, and they will pay such a high price for this design. But now it's all reprinted, and I hope who was waiting, they got this design. So when you enter the door, you see on the left side very famous in Russian-speaking countries Quaker, called Autumn Quaker from Rosewood Manor by Karen Kluba. I stitched this design as well, and I just need to frame. I need to stitch spring one, and then I will have the whole series. But again, when you have them all and you change them, let's say every season, it will be such an amazing idea, because you will have like in front of your door. This is the best for me, you know which season now. And she was teaching in 2019. I think I was teaching in 2016. This design was my first from all Quakers. And here on the table we have design from a cricket collection, pumpkins. They are so cute. I still have to stitch them as well one day. It's a small design, but gives you that mood. And they're cute. They're not scary, they're just cute. And now, yeah, I will show you from the far, so you can see how it looks like in the front door. When you open your door, you take your shoes and you understand here is autumn. And then you slowly go into the corridor, and here is Jeanine. I have never seen this design before, but it's an amazing design, because reminds me of Mereshka with dimensions. I don't know, I thought it was Mereshka, but it's not. Valeria replaced fabric here, and now it's on linen. Not sure about count, probably 30-second count. So looks more vintage and more soft. But originally this kit was on Ada. Now we're moving slowly, and here is Riolis. This design also she stitched a while ago, and yes, also she replaced fabric here to linen. It was very popular design again years ago, and it's great for your house decoration in autumn. And she also stitched Mirabilia called Touching the Autumn Sky. I still have to stitch this design. It's not a big one. Every year I promise myself I will. Especially I got this chart from my dear follower, and I remember all the time, maybe next year for sure I will stitch it, because it's small design, and I like to keep my promises, so you're gonna see it soon. Especially I have everything for this design, including fabric. Very little beads you need, and you can also add some treasures like green and purple ones. I see one girl, I saw one girl on Instagram. She made this design even more interesting than original one. And all her frames are plastic, so she can have her frames, her work framed, because wooden frames are more expensive. And now we're going to kids' room. I think girls are here. Hello. They're a little bit shy. And just one picture here is new. It's Lanarte. I don't know the name of the design, but all seasons here you can see. You can see spring, you can see summer, autumn, and winter. So this, I think, all seasons. Maybe the name all seasons, but I'm not sure. And as I said before in Russian, that I love Lanarte very much, but I never thought to get this one to my collection, but now I've seen it stitched, and it's wow, it's so pretty. And I love birds in cross stitch. You know, I told you many times. And my husband actually liked this design, because a couple of times I showed him this and another one. They're similar size, but it's such a big design. If you compare my hand, you can see how big it is. So I think it's stitched on 30-second count. If you like this design and you want to stitch it, just go ahead. Also, I like simple frame, which will be great for every room. Wherever she will put this design, will hang it, will look great on every wall. And as you can see, Valeria, she loves moving her pictures. The same with me. I love it. not because I'm not happy with the design, because I have different mood all the time and I want to see this picture here or there, or just have a rest from this design. And in the bedroom, she only have one new picture stitched. This is a horse, carousel horse. This design last time you've seen in kitchen, but she moved it to the bedroom. And horse, she said it was very difficult, more difficult than any other designs she stitched, from dimensions gold, because of the flowers and because of confetti on top and on the bottom of the horse. Again, this is dimensions petite gold, and flowers you have to make with specialty stitches. Very nice. This pillow I was talking about previously from Riolis, and she doesn't move this pillow. It belonged to this chair. And on this side she left, I think this picture was on top of the bed last time. Just will show you how it looks in her corner of the bedroom. I forgot now what design it was. Lucas, probably. Lucas? Mm-hmm. Да, it's Lucas. So, yeah, thank you very much for being with us, and I hope you like Valeria's pictures. We'll come here in winter time to show winter design. Maybe we'll catch a Christmas tree